Hi, I'm Cheryl, and I'm with Jeanette Wilson. We are at Art on a Limb, and on today's Taco Tuesday, we are coming to you from Camp. We are coming to you from Camp Allegheny in
Stoystown, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we're up in the Pennsylvania mountains. It's just beautiful up here. And Jeanette Wilson here is joining us. She has come up with a great idea on how to use the Cricut machine using our metal and cutting out very fine, intricate shapes. I know we've gotten a lot of comments lately on the Yahoo message boards about the Cricut because we've got a lot of Cricut followers. And so we're going to be showing you today how to use the Cricut machine with our metal. Now, we're not going to teach you how to use the Cricut machine. This is just to show those of you who are really into the Cricut and want to do some different tips and techniques for using metal in with your cutting, because I don't think people really know that they can cut metal using the Cricut, do they?
No, and everybody's been waiting for metal to be able to cut on the Cricut.
So how did you come across this, Jeanette? What were you doing?
I was bored and I wanted to use my metal on the Cricut and I couldn't. So I played with my pieces of metal, scrap metal, until I got everything right and wrote it down.
So did you find that you had just gone and played and messed up a lot of metal before you got it right?
A lot of metal. Yeah, if you don't watch it, it's not like the regular paper. You can't press send 6 and leave the room. You have to watch your metal.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to show how it's done, and you've chosen a Mickey and Friends cartridge. So
Correct.
We're going to show you some up close and personal things. Now, you had some tips on the metal that you were talking to me about. You want to explain that a little bit right now?
Right. With the metal, you need a very sticky mat. You want to use this mat only for metal. Once you use it for paper, the metal will stick on the paper instead of the sticky mat, and it will slide. So put metal only on your board.
So basically have two mats.
Well, two mats
one
come
for
with
paper.
it, so that's great. You
Oh,
can
okay.
use one for metal, one for your paper.
Okay.
And you need to make sure that your metal is flat, no creases. Cheryl doesn't like creases, so if we get a piece with a crease, we'll take our handy dandy roller and we'll roll the back of it and get it straight before we put it on our board.
Okay, well, let's get started and we'll show you how easy this is. Okay, now Jeanette, go ahead and show that metal again, that you're going to be using pearl metal for the face of Mickey. So
Right.
You've got it nice and flat, and then you're going to, you rolled it with the black roller.
Correct.
On the back side of it.
Right, and then I'm going to place it right here and make sure that it is straight and really sticky on there.
Now, should you roll it with the black roller again to make it nice and flat?
If you do roll it on the sticky, some of the pores in your board will come through the metal, and you don't want that extra.
Okay.
So don't roll it before you put it on the sticky mat.
Okay.
Okay?
Cool. Now, go ahead and let's load it up into the machine. Now, what are some of the tips for loading it into the machine? Is there anything unusual that you have to do?
Yes, you need to make sure that it is perfectly lined with that. You don't get it crooked, or everything will be crooked. You need to make sure it's right there, and you hit load paper just like you do for paper. And with the metal, you use a regular blade that comes with your Cricut. You put it on blade depth number 6, and then you start measuring what size you want your figures out and put it in the machine.
Why don't we show what we're trying to cut so they get kind of a finished idea. Yeah, bring it up here.
Okay.
So this is what we're going to be cutting right there. You get kind of an idea. We're going to do a silhouette. We're going to do the face, the little shorts, and the feet.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. First, we're going to cut the shadow, and we're going to move him and make him 2.5 inches. We're going to hit Mickey, shadow, and when he comes up, oh, that's his face. Okay. Shadow, Mickey. Okay. And you hit cut and watch it go. Let's just make it two because I hit it twice. Move it down to the red. If you see a piece of metal anywhere near your blade, you might want to just blow it to get it away from the blade, or it'll sit and spin on your metal. So we want to make the shorts, and they're going to be made in red. We're going to go down the sides, and we're going to hit shorts, icon, and Mickey. And cut.
So this is even cutting out the little dots that are on the shorts, which is a pretty intricate cut.
Absolutely. And you do need to look for if the little dot comes out of your shorts and gets hung on your blade, just blow it and it'll keep cutting.
Well, where does the metal go if you blow it?
It goes back in there, and when you take your paper out, then you can get it out. Just shake your machine, it'll come right out.
Oh, okay.
Next we're going to cut his yellow shorts that go underneath the red ones. Icon. No shorts. Mickey. It was going to make another one. I just wanted one, so we're going to go on to the next one. We're going to make his face, which is the most intricate of all, so you need to be careful and don't leave the room. 3/4, we're going to do his face. And cut. As you can see, once you have the metal down and it's properly adhered, it doesn't move, and your metal just works really fine with this. And you unload the paper. Okay, when you move your icons from this sheet, make sure you do not use your spatula. That will scar your metal, and you don't want to do that. Be careful, bend your board to accommodate the metal, and it will peel right off. If Mickey sticks to the metal, let him stay there. You can peel him right off after it. As you can see, it comes off easily. See how his shorts stay? You just bend it, and it peels right off.
Now, what are you going to do with the excess metal that you have there?
I am going to cut off where I used it. I'm going to, if I want to make another one, I'll turn it over. I'll use my
black
roller, and I will take out all the bends and creases in my metal. So it'll be perfectly straight for my next one.
Okay. Now, what are you adhering all of this with?
The metal has a special adhesive. It's called Killer Adhesive. It is the best adhesive to put metal on metal. It won't melt when it gets hot, and the metal will stick on metal with this. And you just cut it in strips, turn over your little icons, put it on the back, and just stack them.
So you're just using little itty bitty pieces
Little
of
bitty
all this.
pieces. You don't need the big ones. In fact, you can use your scrap that you have left over from your tape and use it for the smaller stuff. So don't throw any of this away. This is all good tape.
Great idea. Now, I noticed that you did this gorgeous album that you've covered in metal, and you've done a lot of some really cool techniques on top of it. This is kind of a multitude of a mosaic of different metals that you've used.
Correct.
And then what'd you do on the front here? You went and did...
I made a little tribute to Cheryl with the metal. And then I made a little tribute to Lisa because they were kind enough to put on the retreat. It's my version of her new logo, Art on a Limb.
That's cool. You did a nice job on that. Now show us how you did the Mickey inside. What did you do with the final icon for Mickey?
Okay, I made a ribbon tape out of metal to match my little Mickey icons that I made. I just made multiple ones and put him on my border to represent going to Disney World.
That's Disney World?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's cool. Is Mickey in there?
Not in that page. That's Animal Kingdom.
Oh, okay, cool. Now, why don't you show us, I noticed you had some really cool pictures of, or layouts that you did showing those butterflies or flowers where you kind of puffed them up. Because all of this is done
Like
using, yeah, that one. That's a really cool page. So can you
Yes.
see that in the,
I can.
tell us what you did to make the little butterfly.
I used the border on a Cricut and made my intricate little butterflies. I made the shadow, then I did the silhouette. And as you can see, it's very intricate. It even cuts out the little holes in the metal of the butterfly.
And then what'd you do on the other page?
I matched it. I made, instead of borders, I made singles, and I layered my appletini with my pink and did that on the Cricut, and it makes a nice double page.
That's very cool. Well, I want to thank you, Jeanette, for coming and showing us how to do the Cricut. This really answered a lot of questions for me, because I get lots of emails from people, how do you do this on the Cricut? And I've never, because I don't have a Cricut. I'm going to have to go and get a Cricut now. But we're going to take, because if you were to see some of the photos that Jeanette has done in here and the layouts that she's done, there are really some cool layouts in here. She's going to take some pictures. We're going to show it on the website. Or actually our blog, so you can see all the cool things that she did to this book. And she did the front and she did the back. So just remember, it's easy to do, right? How long have you been doing metal, Jeanette?
About a year.
Yeah, so, and she taught herself how to do it. This is the first time she's taken a class in metal embossing. So I think you've done a beautiful job, and I can't wait to see some of the other things that you're going to be doing.
Thank you.
But for now, I hope you got some great ideas with this, and until next week, have a great week, and for some of the people that wanted to see it, peace out.